This week on We Are Rhonda, we discuss the ins and outs of ear cleaning, first grade trauma, and how to effectively get rid of people. Last week, we helped Douglas in Cincinnati, who left us this warm message. Thanks, Douglas. We'd also like to apologize for the dog shit quality of the audio in this episode. Thanks for sticking with us. Welcome to episode 14.
Pokémon go to the polls.
Hello and welcome to We Are Rhonda, a lifestyle and advice show for Rhondas by Rhondas. I'm Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda.
Jeez, Rhonda. And today we've broken away from our weekly mall walking group to stop by the Hellsberg Diamond jewelry counter to see about getting our friend resized. I have mixed feelings about this, making Janice into a diamond.
But her last words were, "Make me a diamond." Our last episode was dedicated to her.
Somehow we totally forgot to mention that in the entire episode, but may she rest in this beautiful gem.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Who gets to wear her?
I think she had enough ash on her to create 3 small diamonds.
Oh yeah, she had a bit of extra ash in that urn.
She was a big girl.
Yeah.
Eli, what's going on your side of the audio?
You just sound in turmoil.
Yeah, I have the flu, so I'm Rhonda, but I'm swallowing my mucus every 5 minutes.
That's really brave of you to make a trip to the dirty mall with your illness.
Yeah, well, someone has to take their nephews to get their friends resized.
Wait, were your nephews?
Well, my nephew's friends died, and so we're getting them resized.
Little baby diamonds. Why don't you just make a little necklace or bracelet for yourself?
Or a grill.
Make a grill, Eli.
Make me a grill. When I die, you guys, I want you to press my ash into the form of a diamond encased grill, and I want you to put me in your mouth.
Oh my god.
And wear me.
We're going to need a rap career first.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it would be funny to see a 40-year-old to 60-year-old woman wearing a diamond grill made from her best friend.
That's so sweet. Tell me that's not sweet.
That's not sweet.
That's so sweet.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Grill. That's what I want.
Do you think Hellsberg has a brochure on something like that?
Let's go ahead and ask.
Hellsberg Diamonds, this is Kelsey. How can I help?
Hi, Kelsey. I actually have a question. I've heard of this procedure where you can actually get cremated ashes pressed into a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you guys do?
I have never heard of that. Let me check with one of the other girls here, and I will get back to you in just 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this was Janice's song.
Oh my god. I have a feeling they're never coming back to the phone.
Who knows where all those Hellsberg girls are? They could be scattered around the mall by now.
All right, thank you for calling. I talked to one of the other girls here, and we both haven't heard of anybody doing anything like that around here.
Okay.
So I don't really have an answer for you. I'm sorry.
No, that's not a problem at all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. You have a good night.
You too.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Did we just dream that procedure?
Was she laughing?
Probably.
Yeah, she was laughing at your pain.
My aunt is in powder form in my hands right now, and she's laughing at me. There is a loose ant powder in my hands, and all I want is her to be a grill. Should I call back and ask if they make grills out of diamonds? If I
Yeah.
bring in loose diamonds, I'll call back.
Kelsey's gonna regret doing phone duty today.
Hellsberg Diamonds, this is Kelsey. How can I help you?
Hi, Kelsey. I actually just called and spoke with you. Sorry to bug you again. I had another question. If we were able to bring like loose diamonds in, would you be able to fit them into a grill?
Into a grill?
Yes.
Like for your teeth, right?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. That is something where we'd have to ask our jeweler. Like, do you already have the grill made, or?
We do not.
Okay.
So then that brings up another question, which I don't know if you'd be able to help with. Do you know of anyone who actually creates the molds for your teeth to create a grill?
I mean, I would assume it would have to be a dentist.
That does make sense.
That would have to make the mold, but if we had a mold, I'm assuming our jeweler would be able to make something for you.
Okay.
That's actually a question I'd probably have to ask my office manager. because she works directly with our jeweler.
Okay.
But if you'd like, I could take down your information and ask her tomorrow when she's in.
That would be excellent.
Okay, sure. Let me just grab a pen here real quick.
Okay.
And what is your first name?
My name's Michelle.
Michelle. Okay. Then what's a good phone number for you?
It's going to be 515
515
957
957
1796.
1796.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know how many diamonds you were wanting to have set in it?
We have 4.
4 diamonds.
Or we will have 4, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And were you wanting like rails for both the top and the bottom, or just one or the other?
Just the top.
Just the top. Okay. Perfect. Well, I will ask her tomorrow when she is in, and I'll have her give you a call back as soon as possible then.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely. We'll talk soon then.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye-bye.
I love Kelsey. She's so sweet. I love when customer service people like actually try to help you. And they don't just try to be like, oh, I'll pass this off to someone. And
Yeah, Ken.
the answer is probably no. Well, in Ken's case, the answer is probably yeah. He's probably really into that. Oh, yeah, he'll definitely call you. Never hear from him again.
We're going to need to get some more diamonds. Maybe this can be like a family heirloom.
She's probably thinking like they have 4 dead family members right now that they're trying to put in their mouth.
A literal family heirloom
Yeah, the whole family
made of family.
and friends. She was really helpful.
Yeah, thank you, Hellsberg Diamonds.
Yeah.
Please visit them at the mall the next time you're there.
Yeah.
Or just go to Jared's.
Come on, man. No. Hellsberg
What?
helped us.
Yeah.
Well,
That's their direct competitor, probably parked exactly across the aisle at the mall from them, too.
you can't have everything. And sometimes Jared's competitive pricing makes its own case for why it's there in the first place. Anyway.
My skin feels so hot. Like I could touch, like my eyeballs are sore. Like you could touch my skin, it feels like hot fire.
Wait, are you sure you didn't touch one of your poisonous plants and it's just slowly poisoning you?
I probably ate it in my sleep because I want to fucking die because these finals are killing me.
When I studied film, the big thing was to physically glue things to celluloid or whatever it is they use for film and run it through a projector, I imagine, destroying the projector. And you just see all these leaves and twigs and things flying by. So what I think you might be able to do for your animation final is just cough up anything that your body's producing onto a strip of film. And that's art.
That is art. That's the definition of art.
I've seen a lot of people get degrees, advanced degrees even, for producing that kind
The
of art.
only problem with that is how am I going to show that on the internet? How can I get that digitally made?
You can mail it to Google.
The act of you hacking stuff up needs to be recorded. You just put the video of that online and it's art.
Well, I thought I was coming down with something this morning, but it turns out I just had my window open and all the plant semen floating around in the air, or whatever it is, pollen,
It's semen.
It's plant
had,
semen.
I guess, gotten into my room and coated me with jizz.
I am coated every day by jizz. Plant
Yeah.
jizz. Yeah, and I got like a few new orchids and they smell so nice, but right now my nose just thinks it's so obnoxious.
Eli, you've made your own personal hell.
Yeah, you're killing yourself. I think we called this. Like, this is going to be the thing that kills you, is all your plants surrounding you.
I can't wait. I'm just gonna let my plants like grow over my body.
Have you heard of that torture method?
Yeah, where they put you like on the ground and there's bamboo underneath
The
you
bamboo.
and they let the bamboo grow up from under you.
Yeah. That's like a slow and painful death. I think it takes like 4 days.
What was that thing where it's like it like turns you upside down and it stretches out your spine?
Oh, my parents have one of those. An inversion table.
I really find that bamboo separating your discs for you really just hits the spot.
Yeah. And it makes you taller.
Your mom has a dark story, Michelle, about why she ended up getting that inverter. Didn't she go to like a psychic and the psychic said, you will die in 7 days?
It seems like it'd be a psychic, but it was actually her chiropractor who told her that she was going to die. Her chiropractor was just doing a adjustment, said that her spine was so fucked that she would not make it to 50. It was Swain Chiropractor, calling them out because they sucked. Scared my mom to death. She had to go get a inversion table to align her spine because she thought she was going to die. And then I guess this Swain lady was friends of a friend. And so my mom ran into her at a party and it was like really uncomfortable. And she was like over 50 at that point. So she had survived the chiropractor's prediction that she'd be dead because of her twisted spine. And she's still going strong. Keep it up, mama.
That's like the time my doctor told me I had herpes.
Doctors are great.
Then we got the swabs done and everything. I'm like, oh gosh, I have a week to contemplate what it's like to live with a lifelong illness. and then they were like, oh, just kidding. You were probably swallowing too much dick.
Oh, it was a mouth sore?
It's probably a canker sore or something.
Yeah, it could have
an
just been a
ulcer.
canker sore.
The inside of my mouth is a battleground because I can't wait for food to cool down before I
did that today. I burnt my mouth everywhere today.
Jordan Sparks is coming back with a new hit single. Why does my mouth always feel like a battlefield?
Because you're always eating lava.
Why does my mouth always feel like a battlefield? Battlefield.
Hot.
It hurt too. I would keep poking it just because I always do that shit. Oh, this is gross. I want to see it. So like I'll shine a flashlight into my mouth and I'll just like poke it with like a cotton swab. Me being stupid, it's like back behind my throat, like my gag reflex. So I'll just like, but I'll keep doing it. I
want to see what it does.
I just want to see what it does. I have this morbid curiosity about my own body to see what it'll do.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm the exact same way. I have to like pick at things and I have to like look at things closely and gouge things. And
one time I had an infected toe. I was like a jock bro. I was playing football and I think my shoe was too small, and eventually over time you start getting like ingrown toenails. Oh god, it got so bad and I didn't deal with it for like 4 months because I wanted to deal with the pain because I didn't want to go to gym class or football practice. So I had a swollen club toe and I would just sit there and talk to my gym teacher, Miss Turner. And she was really cool. We would talk about her boyfriend and like the shit that she was going through with her boyfriend.
oh my god.
Yeah.
What was Miss Turner going through?
She just moved from some state college because she ran track, but then she got a job at Burns Middle School. The one thing that I remember her talking about all the time was her boyfriend being homesick. I would just like relate to her like one-on-one. Imagine like a whatever age you are in 7th grade talking to like a 30-year-old young woman, like young professional, talking about like life and how like being homesick is not necessarily like a bad thing. It's like a good way to like remember your family.
That's some good advice that you probably gave her.
Did Miss Turner, I wonder, she had to have had some sort of like, I don't know, mixed emotions about, okay, go play, kids, and then here comes gross toe boy.
Well, she didn't know about it. I just gave her a doctor's note.
Oh, okay. Speaking of bringing home weird blood stains from school, Michelle, I think you have a very funny story. One of my very favorite stories you've
Is it
ever told.
time for this?
I think it's time for
story?
this. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, Janice was a kindergarten teacher, so.
This is first grade, actually.
Oh, first grade teacher.
Okay, this is a story about my first day of first grade. As you guys know, I think I'm pretty like socially anxious and shy and uncomfortable. My mom got me this brand new outfit. It was this floral shirt with matching shorts. And so I wore that the first day of school, feeling awesome. Got to class. We were unloading our school supplies into our flip-top desks. And this girl took my scissors, my safety scissors, and I was trying to get them back without speaking words because I was too shy to acknowledge another human being. So I just reached for them as she's snipping them in the air. She's just like, ha ha ha, snip, 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 snip. I grabbed for them and she cut the tip of my finger off. It happened so quickly and it was like just like a pinch. And then as I looked at it, it just started gushing blood. And it just poured and it filled the palm of my hand with blood. It was running down my arm. It was everywhere. I've never seen that much blood in my entire life. And I didn't know what to do because I couldn't tell anyone because I was too shy. And so I wrapped my fingertip up in my shirt for hours. It was soaking through, so I kept moving to different locations on my shirt. And since it was like this floral pattern, I kept picking different red flowers to wrap my finger in so that the blood would match the flowers so that people wouldn't notice. Eventually, the flowers were not flowers anymore. They were just these like dried blood stains all over my shirt. We had to go to music class. So we were doing an activity where we joined hands in a circle. The boy to my left was Tyler Duff. I grabbed Tyler's hand, and then I felt a pool of warmth dripping into his hand. We're spinning in a circle. And so I looked on the floor, and there were just droplets of blood in a perfect circle around the classroom. We kept going around and around, and it was becoming a line of dark blood on this carpet. And I just outlined this circle like a sick seance. And I don't know what happened with Tyler. He never said anything. But I can only imagine that when we released hands and he saw that his hand was full of blood, isn't that the worst thing you could ever imagine? Is I'm just having fun in music class, and then your hand is full of blood.
First grade isn't scary. Not at all.
So then at the end of the day, I was getting really lightheaded. I had lost a lot of blood throughout the day. I realized I needed to tell my teacher. There was no way around it. I couldn't think and I couldn't see. I was losing vision. This was hour 7 of 8. And we were going to recess. And so we were all lined up. I was walking out the door and we were all passing our teacher. I didn't speak because I couldn't, because I had really bad issues with speaking to people. So all I did was I unwrapped my finger and I held it out to her. And all she saw was all this dried blood all over my shirt, probably thinking that I spilled chocolate milk all over myself. And she says to me, "Don't worry, that'll come out." So when I got home, I walked into the door and my mom greeted me to see how my first day of school went. And all she saw was this brown mess all over my outfit. Also thinking that it was chocolate milk, and she started screaming at me. She said, "How could you ruin that outfit on the first day of school? You spilled chocolate milk all over yourself. Go change yourself." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And I ran upstairs to the bathroom to get Band-Aids, but I was crying because I felt so bad because I ruined my outfit that she just bought me specifically for the first day of school to make a great impression on everyone. And I ruined it with my own blood. So then a couple years ago, I told my mom that it wasn't chocolate milk, that her baby girl went to school one day and was bleeding profusely from her hand all day long. And my mom started bawling. And she remembered that she yelled at me for it. And so she was just crying and apologizing. And she was like, "Oh, my baby, why didn't you tell me it was blood?" And I was like, "I couldn't. I was too embarrassed."
That breaks my heart.
You're such a pure being, Michelle.
Michelle was so shy. I actually have a story, too, about first grade. I transferred to a new school district.
You're talking about first grade trauma?
I guess so, yeah. I knew nobody. My teachers, I had 2 first grade teachers. One was a student teacher who took half the day, and the other was the regular teacher. And then there was one teacher in the other section. Anyway, during lunch, I was trying to get to know my new classmates because I didn't know anybody. So I was telling them, because I'd come from the big city of Davenport, Iowa, and, had access to many more avenues of entertainment. We went to plays and we went to movies there. And I was telling them about this movie, Hocus Pocus, that I saw back in Davenport. I was astounded because nobody had ever heard of this movie. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? You guys didn't get Hocus Pocus here?" It was incredible. It's about these 3 witches. I memorized all of the trailers. And what the trailer for Hocus Pocus was like, it's 3 witches. There's the dumb one, the smart one, and the sexy one. I was reenacting this trailer for them, trying to bring some culture to this small Iowa town that my parents had just moved me to. Anyway, they didn't really get it. They're like, "Oh, great. I guess we'll go check out that movie." I get home and my mom is sitting in the living room and she calls me in and she says, "Donald, have a seat. I got a call today from your teacher, and they said that you were talking to your friends at the lunch table about them being the dumb one, the smart one, and the sexy ones." So my teachers had called my mom, telling them that they thought that I was objectifying them, these 3 women somehow, calling them the dumb one, the smart one, and the sexy one. But I was like, "Mom, no, I was just talking about that movie that Dad brought me to see." And she was like, "Do you know what sex is?" And I was like,
in first grade?
Yeah, she was like, "The sexy one. Maybe we need to have this conversation early." And I was like, "It's when a boy and girl kiss? And she like rolls her eyes sort of and says, go play. She rolls her eyes, I think, at my teachers and tells me to go play. So that was a mortifying conversation to have
my God.
with my mother. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
You hot, dumb sluts.
Oh, and then I had to look at them the next day at school, knowing that they thought I
Called them
was
sexy,
disrespecting.
fat,
Yeah.
and dumb.
You know, they were all like, obviously he thinks I'm the sexy one.
All right, let's get on to some questions, shall we? Our first question is a voicemail, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this. Here we go.
Hey, Rhonda. My name is Silas. I'm from Brazil. I'm a big fan of the show. I live in New Jersey now. Michelle, you are adorable. I'm so nervous I'm doing this right now. So here's my question. I work at a bar on weekends, and I play karaoke songs for people to sing. Sometimes it's very fun to be there. I get to drink for free. But when it's the end of the night, I'm already very tired, and I try to get people to leave. So I start playing sad songs, but people will never go. So I would like an advice. What do you guys think I should do to get people to leave? Thank you very much for listening.
Oh my God. I love that so much. I love this message for so many reasons. One, he called me adorable. Two, he wants people to leave. So Silas works in a bar, gets tired at the end of the night. It's a karaoke bar, it sounds like. So he starts playing sad songs to get people to leave, but they won't leave. What does he do?
It sounds like he's doing something right as the karaoke host.
What if he just starts ignoring their requests and he's like, okay, Carolyn, it's your turn to come up and sing. And then it's closing time. But she requested, man, I feel like a woman. Just closing time for everyone.
Closing
Just
time again and again.
Just every person, after he's tired, no matter what they request for karaoke, they're getting closing time. If Silas is tired, you're singing closing time, and then they'll probably just leave because that's not the song they requested. When I would go bar hopping a lot when I was younger, whenever the lights would turn on, I was like, I'm getting out of here. I look busted. I've been out all night. I don't want people to see this. And I would just leave immediately.
The artifice, the illusion evaporates so quickly when the lights come up. In addition to like sad songs that make you want to...
And turning the lights on.
And turning the lights on. What else makes you leave a bar immediately?
If someone starts playing that game where they are taking the knife and going in between their fingers.
I'm actually pretty good at that.
That makes me really uncomfortable. I would definitely leave if I saw someone doing that. Maybe Silas needs to start playing that game or getting his coworkers to play that game. Because I don't want Silas to do it because I like him because he's so sweet. So get his coworkers to play that game or get other patrons of the bar to play that game. At least 95% of the females would leave because I don't know. I think that's disgusting.
Okay, we've gotten at least half of the clientele out of the bar by
Every
now.
squeamish person's gone.
Yeah, he can turn on like Flight of the Valkyries and it can be like bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. And then all the men pull out their pocket knives or knives that have been provided
They're
by
ready to
the
fight.
bar.
Yeah. They're ready to fight their own hands.
Then what? Do we just start playing nonstop Madonna and get rid of 90% of the rest of the guys?
I don't think
Drunk
Madonna
guys
would
are
do
gonna
it.
love Madonna.
Yeah, drunk
Yeah.
guys love Madonna. Celine Dion,
No.
they would like that too, wouldn't they?
Here's what I would do. I would just start playing like Japanese music, like Japanese like anime music.
Anime theme songs,
Yeah, and that would just get everyone out, honestly.
except for the anime lovers. Now, how do you get rid of an anime guy? He's so stubborn, he won't leave.
Oh, you could tell him that like Charizard is outside, like for Pokemon Go.
Oh, Pokemon go him out the door and then lock the door behind him.
There you go.
Pokemon go outside. There's a Charizard. Bye, and then lock.
Remember when Hillary Clinton said, "Let's go and Pokemon Go to the polls"?
Did she really?
Yeah,
I just remember the Cedar Rapids one because that was my favorite thing.
Listen to this.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
No way! Let me find the Cedar Rapids one.
Hillary.
That is so good. I wish she won. God, she's so pure.
That's Pokemon Go to the polls.
She's trying to relate so hard. It's so cute. Here's the Cedar Rapids Snapchat. She has a vitamin water. It's like a bottled water, but it's like a tea color. And it has a koozie on it. Brace yourselves. This koozie says, more like Hillary Clinton. Am I right?
Ryan, did you make that?
And
Damn
then
it.
that's why she says,
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Wait, do you guys know where Cedar Rapid is?
I was born in Cedar Rapids.
Are you serious?
And she was chilling there.
To recap, knife fight, get the ladies out.
Well, knife fight with yourself.
Knife fight with your own hand.
Anime theme songs.
Then you gotta tell him that Charizard is outside of the bar.
Pokemon Go him out of the establishment.
Drop a lure outside.
Oh, yeah, you can actually do that.
And then, after you've locked the doors behind them, everybody's outside like, what happened? Why are we outside suddenly? Then you play Gangnam Style, so that way they want to come back the next day.
That would bring me back in. One time I was really sick. I had the worst case of the flu I've ever had in my life. And I was still living with my parents, and it was like a Sunday night football type deal. And so I was laying on the couch trying to watch my football game, Go Vikings. I woke up the next morning or midday, I don't remember. I had not only downloaded, but purchased 3 versions of Gangnam Style on my phone. So I paid for the actual song on iTunes, a remix on iTunes, and then the video. And I paid for all 3 of these separately in a the sickest haze I've ever been in. Worst purchase ever. I spent like $6.
That was like my experience with the Macarena, but it was a cassette tape with all these different remixes that I made Michelle and Andy and my siblings dance to in front of all the adults.
I remember this.
There's a video
of this. I remember doing this at Grandma's house in the back room.
Because I had just learned the Macarena and I thought it was so great.
You're probably the one who taught me the Macarena.
I taught you the Macarena. And now you can do the Macarena to any song.
I do it to every song. This question comes from Lonnie. Dear Rhondas, what is the best way to clean my ears? They say you shouldn't use Q-tips because all it does is push the wax further into your ear canal. I've ignored that advice for years because putting things in my ears just feels too damn good. Mm-hmm. Everything has gone up there. The ends of pencils, Twizzlers, pipe cleaners, and even toenail clippings. If God didn't want me to poke around up there, he should have made my prostate easier to reach. Now there's so much wax building up, I'm slowly losing the ability to hear this podcast. Before I have to cut my own fingers, I ask you, any Q-tip tips? Signed, Lonnie.
That took a turn.
Lonnie, why are you putting toenail clippings in your ears?
You had me until that moment.
Lonnie, you've lost us.
You had me after that moment.
What's the right thing to do with your ears to clean them?
So I'm going to double down on the idea that you shouldn't use Q-tips to clean your ears.
I love Q-tips. I'm with Lonnie. It feels so damn good.
Yes.
I will never use Q-tips ever.
Really?
Ever.
Why?
Because my sister's ex lost hearing in his right ear because he left a Q-tip in his ear and he laid down on his bed. And when he went to lay down, it went into his
How
ear.
do you leave a Q-tip in your ear?
It just feels so good. You just forget about it being there. Am I right, ladies?
I mean, it feels really good.
I use bobby pins.
Yes. Oh, bobby pins are the perfect tool.
And you hook out the earwax.
What? No! That's metal!
No, but you'll literally pull out like whole chunks. It's so satisfying.
Q-tips are soft and warm like a little bear.
Don't jam the bobby pin into your ear and you'll be fine.
The problem with bobby pins is they don't even have a soft padding on the end. So if you accidentally go too far, it's just metal. What are you doing? Don't stick that in your ear. I will never take your advice to stick a bobby pin in my ear, you psycho.
You don't stick it all the way in your ear.
I know, but you don't stick a Q-tip all the way in your ear either.
Right.
Yeah, but then it pushes things in with the hook. You can pull it out.
Get it wet first. Dampen it up. That's why I always do it after I shower because I let water soak in there.
Or just lick it.
Wow.
What? You know what I do? I just let my cat lay on my face when she sleeps and she ends up licking out all my earwax.
Lonnie, get an anteater.
Ew, God.
Ooh, yeah. Because that can't get
my God.
lodged. It's a flicking tongue or a lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But if you get an anteater, you're going to have to put an ant in your ear.
Well, he's already putting toenails in his ears, so.
Or put royal jelly in your ear so that way it tricks the anteater's proboscis or whatever it is it's sensing with into thinking there's ants in there.
Or the lizard. Get an anteater or a chameleon.
Or just a butterfly.
Ew, I hate butterflies.
So this is one of the most controversial topics I think I've ever discussed with anybody because there are never going to be two people who agree the proper way to clean an ear. Everybody has their own sick, twisted technique. And thank you, Lonnie, for adding toenail clippings to this list. I just disagree with it. Michelle totally disagrees with bobby pins. I think bobby pins are very useful.
I also, for the record, I also disagree with toenail clippings.
Okay, that's fair. We don't have any advice for cleaning your ears. Just be careful out there. It's a dangerous world.
Just be so careful.
I'd like to revisit a segment we had a few episodes ago, the Craigslist barter and trade segment. I was looking through Craigslist at some places in Cleveland and in Long Island, and I found a few that maybe are worth your consideration.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one is from Long Island, New York.
Represent.
Antique lot of dolls sale/trade. These antique dolls belonged to my mother and I have no use for them. Sale for reasonable offer or trade for motor scooter or anything motorized. Please don't ask what I'm asking.
What?
Please don't ask what I'm asking. Make reasonable offer and leave number and I will respond if offer is reasonable and ignore lowball offers.
This is terrifying.
This is the earliest photo of Fifth Harmony.
This third one with the giant head.
I love that. That looks like me.
Oh my God. I want these dolls. Do any of you guys have a motorized scooter that you can trade for these dolls?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. This one is from Manhattan. This one is called Donald Trump Coins Collection. Just looking at these pictures is just appalling. Donald Trump 24 karat gold plated coins collection for barter. Let me know what you have. Looking for PS4 games, Xbox One accessories, laptops, tablets, wine, liquor, Nike sneakers, size 9 to 10, chains, jewelry, art frames. Let me know what you have. Open to all trades. So probably they found these in a dumpster and they're trying to trade them for just anything of value. That's what it sounds like to me.
You know what I remember, like, faintly? Like, okay, so I would wake up at, like, 3 in the morning. I would see Gullah Gullah Island and some other shit. And,
Did you say Gullah Gullah Island? That's my trigger word.
And in between the Gullah Gullah Island episodes were commercials about newly minted coins that you could purchase for $5, and it would be like, get a valuable asset. And that shit, like, makes me dysphoric. Like, thinking about every TV show that I saw at the times between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. on Nicktoons makes me, like, leave my body.
Come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah. Binya Binya.
Wait, is it Binya Binya or is it Binga Binga?
Binya.
Binya Binya Pollywog.
I was dysphoric watching Gullah Gullah Island when I got the call that my brother was born. Shout out to Paul.
Gullah Gullah Island has a big significance for you.
Yeah, it's so boring. I hated that show.
Dude, I loved it. All he could say was Binya Binya Pollywog. He was like the OG Pokemon.
This next one comes from Canton, Ohio. Trading beer signs for bobbleheads or storm doors for a house. I am looking to trade my beer signs for Cleveland/Akron team related bobbleheads. Or I am looking for 2 storm/screen doors for rental properties I have. The doors I would prefer to be white and come complete with the frame to mount the doors, but more so I am looking for doors that have both the glass inserts but also have the screens, so during the summer they can be opened for airflow as needed. The doors I'm looking for are 30 by 80 and 36 by 80. I have 5 posts on here in the collectible section of my different signs ranging from tin signs to mirrored glass to neons, so I got a wide range of items. There are probably 80 plus signs I have to choose from. Pics shown are just a portion of what's available. I am in Medina, Ohio, so something in the Cleveland, Akron area would be fine to deal.
That's really specific.
Yeah.
That's what I'm into. I'm really into the trades that are super specific. They have like these open gaping holes, like they need storm doors for their storm hole.
Good luck, guy.
Yeah, seriously.
So this is for sports cards in Canton. Is that in Ohio as well?
Mm-hmm.
I am looking to trade all my sports cards for a 1 ounce silver coin. I'm starting a new hobby.
They want to get into coin collecting. That's so sweet.
There are like 3 large boxes of lots of cards. And is that
It's so
is
many
it really
cards.
worth 1 ounce of silver?
Yeah, a lot of people are getting into gold and silver because it hasn't gone down in years and years. I think an ounce of gold is worth like $1,300.
Oh, really? No, I usually just collect garbage.
Yeah, me too.
How about this vaporizer?
So I'm going to read it like phonetically. Trade Smock G150 Big Baby Beast $1 in Elria. Looking to trade my Smock Big Baby Beast tank for an RTA or RDTA. I might trade the whole setup for another setup or video game console or something electronic or motorized. Let me know what you got.
It's one of those big fat, they look like weapons, like hand grenades almost.
Uh-huh.
Everybody wants something motorized or like a gaming console.
He's giving up the addiction. He's quitting for video games. This one is entitled Rare, Authentic, Autographed Don Ho Microphone, $6,000. Description: I have a rare Don Ho microphone that is signed by the man himself. It also comes with the worst picture of him ever taken. And all of this is encased in the cheapest case we could come up with. Yes, you could be the proud owner of this abomination. Good day. And what really caught my attention was there's 2 images included in this ad. 1, the picture of the man himself, Don Ho. Number 2, a picture of the Pope kissing a man's head with the caption, "This microphone doesn't work." It's a really great Craigslist ad. They want $6,000 for this autograph. Who's Don Ho?
Okay, I can answer this question.
Thank you.
Don Ho was a famous Hawaiian singer and the father of one Hoku, who sang that famous song from Snow Day, Another Dumb Blonde. It's all right. It's okay. Never have to hear you say. So anyway, that's her father. And I actually wrote a song the day I learned that he died, which I think I'll play to take us out.
That sounds good to me.
It's just called Don Ho.
Let's hear it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week on We Are Rhonda. And thank you to Don Ho for inspiring this masterpiece.
We're so glad to have you all here today. If you want to check us out, we can be found on facebook.com/wearerhondapodcast. Send us your messages to wearerhonda@gmail.com and find us at wearerhonda.com. Also, call us at 515-957-1796.
Eli?
Oh, what do you want me to say?
Tell me you're okay. Who's your sponsor this week?
Well, thank you for asking. My sponsor this week is Dove Dry Spray. Go fresh. Cool essentials, antiperspirant with lemon lime scent. It works great for non-staining your clothing. It smells great. It doesn't make your armpits smell. You could fake like you've had a shower. I recommend everyone get it.
Don't spray it into the air. You're going to kill your plants.
My plants don't fucking care. They want to die too.
Okay, bye.
All right. Okay, bye.
Oh God, I'm swallowing it.
Hi, Michelle. This is Kelsey from Hellsberg Diamonds in the Coleridge Mall. I was just calling you back because you had inquired yesterday about us making a grill for you. I had talked to our office manager who works with our jeweler, and she said that the jeweler is actually unable to do that. She recommended that you try speaking with maybe a dentist to see if they would be able to. Thank you so much. You have a good one. Bye-bye.